Welcome to our kitchen. Today we prepare ancient Greek roast quails from Aristophanes' Birds, a comedy written in the 5th century before the Common Era. We start with ingredients. We need quails, olive oil, cheese, wine vinegar and asafoetida. We spit roast the quails at low heat for about half an hour. In the comedy, two Athenians, Euelpides and Pisteterus, are searching for Tereus, a man who became a Upu, to ask him in which city they could live in peace, without annoyances, such as paying their debts or fines to the city. Tereus is a bit of a disappointment, because he has no feathers and looks more like a man than a bird. But he assures them that it is completely normal. All birds in winter lose their feathers. However, there is not such a city. And for this reason, Pisteterus figures out to build a city of birds to live free in the sky. Tereus summons the birds, but they are not happy to see men, their natural enemies, and decide to tear them apart. The Athenians, though, convince them that it is about time for the birds to restore their former glory. Birds, indeed, are more ancient than the gods and earth itself, and once they were honored among humankind. This is clearly shown by the fact that some of the old customs still exist, such as waking up and beginning to work as soon as the rooster crows. Now, instead of receiving adequate sacrifices and the respect they deserve, the birds are hunted, caught in the nets, brought to the market, and roasted with grated silphium and cheese, adding vinegar and oil. It is funny that below in the text, in the city of the birds, ruled by the two former Athenians, being roasted in this way is the punishment for the ones deemed as enemies of democracy. In the end, the birds decide to found their city, and the gods are left to starve, because the Athenians convince them that the gods have to pay taxes on the smoke of the sacrifices, and this smoke is the typical dinner for an ancient Greek god. Exhausted from hunger, the gods find an agreement with the birds, which conclude with peace and a marriage. To know more about food in the antiquity, check out our book, Ancient Roman Cooking, or our Patreon page, in which you find articles on historical food and translations of ancient and medieval sources. If you're interested in the passage between the Antiquity and Middle Ages, read our book, De Observatione Ciborum, Early Medieval Recipes at the Court of the Franks, with the translation of a text written in the 6th century by the Byzantine physician Antimus. For more information on late medieval recipes, we recommend Registrum Cookvine, a medieval cookbook, with the translation of a source written by Johannes Bockenheim in the 15th century. To support our work, you can buy us a beer or purchase our merchandise. You find all the links in the description below. When the quails are cooked through, we season them with a bit of vinegar, olive oil, grated cheese and asafoetida. Asafoetida corresponds to the cheapest kind of ancient silphium, called Parthian silphium, by ancient authors such as Dioscorides and Theophrastus. The only information we have about the cheese is that it must be grated, so we recommend an aged cheese. Pecorino or a cheese with sheep and cow milk is a good choice for this dish. The dish turned out fragrant and delicious. The quails were a bit smoked and flavored with the intense aroma of asafoetida. Cheese and asafoetida make an excellent seasoning that adapts to the various main ingredients. We find a Sicilian recipe for sea bass very similar to this one in a Greek source that dates back to the 4th century before the Common Era. We recommend pairing the quails with an ancient Greek bread, for instance artolaganon or Hapalos artos. You find the links to the recipes in the description below. If you are interested in ancient foods and flavors, subscribe our channel and consider supporting us on Patreon.